When people recall the golden era of television and its most memorable love stories, the marriage between Olivia and John Walton on the Waltons often comes to the forefront. The series premiered in 1972 and quickly became a cornerstone of American family television, admired for its warmth, sincerity, and quiet moral grounding. At the heart of this enduring story were Michael Learned and Ralph Waite, whose performances as the devoted parents of the Walton family brought a sense of realism and authenticity that captivated viewers. Their portrayal of love, patience, and partnership during the trials of the Great Depression felt entirely natural, calm, and believable. Audiences embraced their marriage because it never appeared staged or exaggerated. Instead, it carried the lived-in quality of real life. For countless viewers, Olivia and John Walton embodied the ideal of a strong, supportive, and understanding marital partnership, providing a model of stability and care that resonated deeply. What the public did not initially see, however, was the profound bond that was quietly forming behind the cameras. Over the years, Michael Learned revealed that her connection with Ralph Waite extended far beyond their scripted roles. Their relationship was founded on mutual trust, shared principles, and deep emotional understanding. It was not flashy, scandalous, or marked by clandestine encounters or dramatic confessions. Rather, it was steady, understated, and reflective of the characters they portrayed so convincingly. In interviews, Learned once explained the nature of their connection with remarkable simplicity. "We were in love, but we never crossed a line." These words surprised many fans, shedding light on the palpable chemistry they had always observed on screen. Their relationship was not about hidden romance or betrayal. It was a careful balance of respect, preserving both their private lives and the integrity of their work. At the beginning of the series, Michael Learned was married, while Ralph Waite had recently endured a divorce. Both were intensely focused on their careers and keenly aware of the responsibilities that came with professional reputation. The show itself promoted values such as morality, patience, and understanding, and the actors were careful not to compromise that framework. Rather than act on their feelings, they chose restraint, a decision that quietly shaped the trajectory of their lives. As the show gained popularity, their bond grew stronger. They spent long hours together on set, tackled emotionally taxing scenes, and provided mutual support during personal difficulties, all while maintaining discretion regarding their deeper feelings. Their choice to remain private was guided by respect, timing, and responsibility. When the Waltons concluded in 1981, both Learned and Waite moved forward professionally, but the connection they had developed remained. In the years following Waite's death in 2014, Learned spoke more openly about the significance of their relationship. Her reflections were measured and thoughtful, free from sensationalism or dramatic flair. She recognized that what they shared was rare, a love rooted in mutual understanding rather than possession, expressed through fleeting glances, quiet gestures, and silent support. For fans who had grown up with the series, this revelation only strengthened the authenticity and depth of Olivia and John Walton's relationship, showing that the tenderness portrayed on screen had its roots in real human connection. During production, neither Learned nor Waite could have predicted the lasting impact the show would have on their lives or its audience. The series chronicled the struggles of a family living through the Great Depression, emphasizing the ordinary moments of life: family dinners, small disagreements, forgiveness, and the quiet strength of faith. At a time when television was beginning to lean toward sensationalism, the Waltons offered a calm, gentle, and reassuring presence. Michael Learned and Ralph Waite carried the emotional weight of the story with remarkable ease. Whether engaged in quiet conversations at the kitchen table or confronting larger family challenges, their interactions radiated a natural understanding that could not be manufactured. This type of chemistry is rare, even among seasoned actors, and it emerged from trust, careful listening, and a genuine affection that deepened with time. Off-screen, their friendship developed organically. Both had roots in theater, which fostered respect for discipline and preparation. Long filming schedules meant the cast often spent more time together than with their own families, creating an environment in which bonds either strengthened or eroded. For Learned and Waite, the connection flourished. They supported each other not only as colleagues, but also as friends, offering encouragement during challenging scenes and quiet reassurance when doubts arose. Crew members described their relationship as warm, steady, and professional. There were no public displays of affection, no gossip columns, and no hint of drama. Instead, their care for one another manifested subtly, in lingering glances, thoughtful gestures, or gentle guidance, as scenes were set. Both actors faced personal challenges throughout the series. Learned experienced difficulties in her marriage, while Waite battled alcoholism, which he would later discuss publicly. These struggles shaped their perspectives, cultivating empathy and a shared understanding of disappointment, resilience, and the complexities of life. They were not merely portraying parents keeping a family intact. They were adults learning to manage their own lives amidst pressures, responsibilities, and personal struggles. Yet, despite the growth of emotional closeness, they remained cautious. They recognized that crossing romantic boundaries could jeopardize the show, their colleagues, and their friendship. By exercising restraint, they preserved something meaningful and lasting. Learned has emphasized that their bond was anchored in admiration and emotional connection rather than physical attraction. This foundation allowed them to work side by side without tension or guilt, producing scenes of tenderness and authenticity. Audiences watching Olivia and John Walton navigate hardship were seeing more than dialogue. They were witnessing a genuine, caring connection. That authenticity has endured over decades, reinforcing the emotional resonance of their performances. As the series continued, the spotlight of fame brought additional pressures. Michael Learned, identified with Olivia Walton, faced public expectations to mirror her character's calm, patient demeanor, while Ralph Waite, seen as John Walton, became synonymous with strength, wisdom, and moral authority. Fans often wrote letters seeking advice, treating the actors as if they were their on-screen parents. This added scrutiny created subtle stress and made it difficult for them to reveal vulnerability. Behind the scenes, their working relationship depended on mutual respect and a shared commitment to craft. They debated character choices, ensuring that every interaction remained true to the story. While these discussions could be tense, they ultimately strengthened the emotional power of their scenes. There were lighter moments to offset the intensity of filming. Shared laughter, jokes with child actors, and casual lunchtime conversations fostered camaraderie. Waite, despite his serious public image, possessed a warm sense of humor and enjoyed meaningful conversations about politics, faith, and society. Learned recalls these interactions as some of her most cherished memories, providing balance to the long hours and emotional demands of production. After the series ended, both actors pursued new opportunities, yet the shadow of the Waltons remained. Learned embraced this legacy with gratitude, recognizing the stability, recognition, and lasting impact the show provided. In reflecting on Waite, she offers a nuanced perspective, acknowledging his struggles, including his battle with alcohol, while celebrating his intelligence, dedication, and compassion. Her reflections at age 86 convey calm understanding, illustrating that on-screen chemistry and meaningful connections are cultivated through effort, patience, and mutual respect. Learned stresses that the credibility of Olivia and John Walton's marriage required sustained effort, trust, listening, compromise, and a shared commitment to their craft. Disagreements were inevitable, but they were always in service of preserving the integrity of their characters. This commitment created a foundation stronger than temporary tension, allowing audiences to feel the warmth, authenticity, and depth that continues to resonate decades later. The series' deliberate pacing, attention to character development, and emphasis on subtle emotional truth allowed performances to breathe, ensuring that the impact of the show endured. Her recollections are not confessions of scandal, but reminders of the humanity underlying her characters. They honor collaboration, imperfection, and sincerity, showing that lasting achievement arises from dedication rather than flawless execution. The emotional resonance of the Waltons came from real people navigating real challenges. Michael Learned's later reflections ensure that Ralph Waite's legacy is remembered with balance, compassion, and respect, highlighting the depth of their partnership. More than 50 years after its debut, the success of the Waltons is understood to stem from emotional truth rather than mere scripts or ratings. The partnership between Learned and Waite exemplifies this truth, with her reflections serving as a thoughtful closing chapter that emphasizes responsibility, professionalism, and the honor of embodying Olivia Walton. Their portrayals were rooted in authenticity, moral integrity, and mutual commitment. Creative disagreements and moments of intensity were part of the process, ultimately strengthening the portrayal and enriching the series' legacy. For younger viewers discovering the series, these insights deepen appreciation for its enduring warmth. The affection and credibility on screen were not miraculous. They emerged from patience, shared respect, and deliberate effort. Learn's words remind audiences that artistry thrives on genuine human connection and emotional honesty. The story of her relationship with Waite is less about secrets and more about honoring a journey built on collaboration, respect, and mutual care. The legacy of the Waltons persists because its stars brought authenticity, integrity, and wholehearted dedication to their work, creating a lasting impression that continues to resonate. Their work demonstrates that behind beloved television stories are real individuals facing real challenges. Learn's voice at 86 carries wisdom and perspective rather than regret, celebrating a partnership founded on sincerity, dedication, and respect. The lasting impact of the Waltons is evident not only in its popularity, but also in the comfort, inspiration, and reassurance it provided viewers, who returned week after week to the Walton family home. Michael Learn's reflections honor both the man Ralph Waite was and the partnership they cultivated, showing that imperfection, effort, and mutual care can create something timeless. Through thoughtful storytelling, commitment to authenticity, and careful attention to emotional nuance, Learned and Waite crafted a marriage that remains one of television's most compelling. The series' cultural impact was never solely about plot or dialogue. It was about conveying the emotional truth of family, human struggle, and moral conviction. Michael Learn's insights provide context for that truth, illustrating that the magic of the Waltons was born from collaboration, patience, and mutual respect, qualities that ensured the show's enduring legacy long after the cameras stopped rolling.